If you're over 60, listen carefully. Scammers in 2026 aren't using cheap tricks anymore. They're using psychology, iVoice cloning, and banking loopholes to steal millions from seniors. And most victims don't even realize they've been targeted until it's too late. The real danger for seniors this year isn't just crime in the streets. It's criminals on phones, apps, and emails who know exactly how to make you trust them. If you think you'd never fall for a scam, that's actually what scammers are counting on. A few months ago, 72-year-old Mr. Ahmed got a call from what sounded exactly like his grandson. The voice was scared and begged for help. He needed money for a police fine. It felt urgent. It felt real. It sounded like family. But it wasn't. Within minutes, thieves emptied $7,500 from his savings. He didn't find out it wasn't his grandson until the real one showed up for dinner. Stories like this are becoming frighteningly common. Scammers in 2026 aren't amateurs. They have scripts, fake documents, cloned voices, and convincing apps that make fraud look legitimate. Today, we're breaking down the 7 fast-spreading scams targeting seniors right now, so you don't become the next story. 1. The first is the AI emergency grandchild scam. Criminals scrape social media to clone someone's voice, then call, pretending to be a grandchild in trouble, usually jail, hospital, or travel emergencies. They'll say, "Please don't tell mom, I'm embarrassed," which triggers family protection instincts. The magic combo that makes it work is urgency plus emotional attachment. If anyone calls asking for fine payments or bail money, hang up and call the family member directly. Caller ID means nothing anymore. It can be spoofed in seconds. 2. The second is the fake medical device subscription scam. Scammers pose as Medicare suppliers offering free devices for diabetes, heart conditions, or arthritis. Once seniors give insurance details, criminals bill Medicare for thousands and sometimes lock victims into subscriptions they never agreed to. Seniors often don't notice until Medicare denies other coverage because the account was already billed. Important rule: Medicare never calls first and never sends unsolicited devices. 3. The third scam is the 2026 banking verification scam, and this is the one most seniors fall for. Criminals pretend to be bank fraud departments. They all say there's suspicious activity and they need to verify it. Really? You. But here's the trick. They don't ask for passwords. They walk seniors through security steps that actually authorize transfers out of their accounts. Modern versions include two-factor authentication and one-time codes that look normal and protective. Even real bank employees admit this scam is sophisticated. Banks will never ask you to move money or read verification codes over the phone. Anyone doing that is a criminal. For the fourth scam, targets homeowning seniors, fake real estate and property tax notices. Scammers send official-looking letters claiming overdue property taxes, fines, or zoning fees. They use seals, QR codes, county logos, and payment portals that look legitimate. Seniors panic because losing a home is one of the deepest fears at that age. Before paying anything related to property, call the county directly, not the number on the letter or email. 5. The fifth is the romance and companionship scam. Loneliness after 60 is a vulnerability scammers are now monetizing. They build emotional relationships over weeks or months before asking for money. Victims aren't naive, they're emotionally invested. Scammers use affection to bypass financial suspicion. Typical red flags include requests for gift cards, crypto transfers, excuses for never meeting in person, and sudden emergencies that require money. If someone online declares love before meeting in person, consider it a financial red flag, not a romantic compliment. 6. The sixth is the tech support access scam. Instead of cold calling seniors randomly, scammers trigger fear by causing pop-up errors on phones and computers. Seniors then call the number on the screen, believing it's Apple or Microsoft. Once remote access is granted, scammers install malware that captures banking logins and messages. The new twist in 2026 is that they're targeting smartphones, not just laptops, which is more dangerous because phones store banking apps. Real tech companies don't call you first, and they don't need remote access to verify banking apps. 7. The seventh scam exploits compassion, charity, and disaster relief fraud. After floods, wars, earthquakes, or humanitarian crises, scammers create emotional urgency around suffering children or displaced families. Most seniors donate because they genuinely care. Scammers exploit empathy. If you want to donate, always go directly through official organization websites and never through random links, QR codes, or phone solicitations. What makes these scams successful is not intelligence, it's psychology. Seniors grew up in a world where phones were trustworthy, companies were honest, and voices couldn't be faked. The world changed. Scammers upgraded faster than the protection systems designed to stop them. Modern scammers use AI voice models, spoofed caller IDs, social media scraping, financial automation, and emotional profiling. These aren't small-time criminals, they're global fraud networks structured like businesses. If you're over 60 or you love someone who is, here are 3 rules that can prevent almost every modern scam. First, verify everything using a second channel. Never act on one phone call or message alone. Second, never move money to protect it. Banks and police do not do that. Only criminals do. Third, slow down decisions made under pressure. Urgency is the weapon. Time is the shield. When you slow the process down, almost all scams fall apart because they require panic to work. Most seniors who lost money in these scams said the same thing afterward. "I didn't think it could happen to me." That sentence is part of the trap. Protection doesn't come from fear, it comes from awareness. Share this information with someone who needs to hear it. It could save them thousands, or even their life savings.